Research published in the Journal of Nonverbal Behavior suggests that when two people interact, over 90% of the emotional information they exchange happens entirely without words. This creates a gap in understanding that many men fall into, walking away from a conversation wondering if a woman was genuinely interested or simply being polite. We are often socialized to focus exclusively on what is said, waiting for explicit verbal confirmation of how someone feels. In reality, attraction is a quiet process. It rarely announces itself. Instead, it lives in subtle body movements that appear ordinary, but reflect a shift in a person's internal state. To navigate these moments, it helps to move past looking for a single obvious sign, and instead recognize the underlying psychological patterns in how attraction is expressed. When interest begins to build, the brain releases chemicals like dopamine and norepinephrine, the same neurochemicals associated with excitement and anticipation. This creates a subtle internal restlessness. The body often releases this heightened energy through the hands, looking for a physical outlet. This often shows up as an unconscious grooming habit, like the tendency to slowly twist hair while focused on the conversation. Meaning is found in the rhythm. While a quick adjustment might be practical, repetitive movements paired with sustained eye contact suggests that her focus is locked on the interaction. From an evolutionary standpoint, the neck is one of the most vulnerable areas of the body. Tilting the head or drawing attention to the collarbone signals a high degree of comfort. By exposing these areas, she is unconsciously indicating that she feels safe and open in your presence. Psychologists refer to the act of redirecting unexpressed emotional energy into objects as displacement behavior. This is visible when someone repetitively adjusts a necklace, rotates a ring, or traces the rim of a glass while listening to you speak. These habits suggest that the body is processing more emotional energy than the conversation is explicitly acknowledging, signaling a readiness for a deeper connection. As this energy builds, she may engage in presentation behavior, hyper-awareness of her appearance, that leads to smoothing her clothing or adjusting a sleeve, even when nothing needs fixing. A significant shift occurs when the focus moves from self-touching or objects to direct physical contact. When a woman briefly touches your arm or shoulder, she is testing the connection, inviting you to see if the interest is mutual. Yet, even with these signals, there is a specific behavior that many men consistently misinterpret. If a woman rests her chin in her hand and watches you quietly, the common assumption is that she has become bored or disengaged. In psychology, this is known as facial framing. It is an unconscious way to draw a partner's attention directly to the face during a moment of engagement. This stillness indicates she has allowed her guard to drop. She is settling into the interaction, giving you her focused attention. Recognizing this pattern prevents the miscalculation of seeing quiet ease as a lack of interest, helping to bridge the gap between perception and reality. Noticing these signals is only the first step. The outcome of the interaction depends on how you respond to them. If these subtle, vulnerable invitations are met with hesitation or a lack of recognition, the emotional momentum usually fades. A more effective approach is matching and then slightly leading, mirroring her energy level to show you are present in the same emotional rhythm. This might mean leaning in slightly when she does, or holding eye contact just a second longer than usual to acknowledge the shared focus. To ensure the interest is genuine, look for consistency. Attraction is rarely a single gesture. It is a pattern of behaviors directed uniquely at you. Building this awareness isn't about memorizing tricks. It's about becoming observant enough to notice the conversation happening beneath the words and grounded enough to respond authentically.